Welcome back to the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. It's the title game for the Platte County Girls Soccer Invitational, the Liberty Blue Jays and the St. Pius X Warriors. Welcome back here live inside. Kickoff just moments away. I'm Dave Borchard alongside Connell McCord. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Connell, Liberty and St. Pius. It should be a whale of a game and maybe a bit of a surprising matchup here in the title game.
For sure, the 4th and the 6th seed coming in here. Maybe they didn't expect to get this far in this tournament, but look, it's a real tangible chance for silverware for either team, and neither are going to let that one slip through their hands.
All right, let's start with some previews, starting with St. Pius. Bree Wither, their leading goal scorer, is back. She'll be starting up top, and she's one of the key focus areas for St. Pius's offense.
For sure, yeah, coming off 2 goals in the season opener. They beat Platte County 4-0. She's the one they're going to want to get the ball to in the box, in and around the area. She's that dynamic number 9 that can make a difference. How
about Liberty? Allie Schultz in the midfield, gets up the field, also tracks back on defense. She's going to be a key player for Liberty.
Well, yeah, look, in these big finals, you're looking to your more experienced players, and who more experienced than your 4-year varsity player, Allie Schultz. She can go forward, she can go back, she can kind of help the team in and around the middle, so she'll be key if they're trying to get any kind of a foothold in this game.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout. Kickoff coming up after the break. It's the championship game, number 4 seed Liberty against number 6 St. Pius X Warriors. Kickoff coming up next here on Spectrum Sports. All right, it's time for kickoff. It's the championship game of the Platte County Girls Soccer Invitational. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Spectrum Sports. It's St. Pius X against Liberty. A little surprised that they're both here. Liberty, the 4 seed, St. Pius, the 6 seed, and we are underway. Thanks so much for tuning in. St. Pius X got here with a 2-0 win over Grain Valley. Liberty got here with a 2-0 win over Staley.
2 very impressive results, Dave. If that last game is anything to go by, Staley and Grain Valley, 2 very good sides. And if both of these teams put them to the sword 2-0, then we must be in for quite a final.
Couple blue teams here on the pitch to get things started. Easier to identify the numbers on these squads, Connell, which is good. That last game was a little tough with the Staley numbers green on green. We have St. Pius X in the dark blue jerseys, Liberty in the white jerseys with the blue shorts. And 2 teams that are built pretty differently, as Liberty heavily loaded, lots of seniors. St. Pius X, really young team. So both teams have gotten here undefeated in very impressive fashion, but Liberty certainly enters the game with an advantage in terms of experience. We'll see if that plays a factor. Here in the early minutes, it's been pretty much all Liberty here through the first 90 seconds. You think that experience in a title game maybe gives them a little bit of an edge?
I would say so. I would say so. If the last game is anything to go by as well, having as many freshmen in there isn't necessarily a bad thing either, because bit of a harsh collision.
But that could have been a yellow card, huh? As Bree Wither absolutely clobbered down to the ground and landed hard and getting up, walking a little gingerly. Look at that. Yeah. It's not a typical soccer challenge.
Yeah. She was letting her know she was there early. Bree Wither certainly going to have to play against a lot of that today, it would seem. She definitely is the key player on the St. Pius team.
We highlighted her pregame. We're not the only ones who noticed that she's a key player. Is Liberty trying to send a message with a real physical challenge there in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was Avery Garton. Seemed to leave some on with her there.
Should that have been a yellow card?
I mean, you're doing it so early in the game that you're probably, the referee doesn't really like to get yellow cards out so early, but I mean.
But if that was in the 20th minute,
yeah, I've seen them.
You think that's a yellow card for sure?
Yeah, I've seen them give it. I mean, she does. Plants her right in the middle of the chest, knocks her down.
No play on the ball, right?
No, no real attempt to either.
Corner kick coming in for St. Pius. It's cleared out. They're going to get it back, though. Now sent into the box. Curling towards the back post. Wither is there. Gets her head on it. Straight up in the air, though. Still not out of danger, and a shot is blocked. I think that was offside at the end of the day against St. Pius.
What a ball in that was. St. Pius really threatening there. Wither getting her head on the end of it. It was terrific service from the left-hand side for St. Pius.
So going to be another corner kick coming up for the Warriors.
Corner kick will be taken by number 16, Macy Wilderson.
He said it looks like she was offside. They have another corner to defend here, though.
Near post, hits off the post. Pius gets it back, sent in again, cleared out again by Liberty. Liberty under all sorts of pressure here. It's going to stay with St. Pius the 10th here with the throw in near sideline.
St. Pius really closing in on Liberty here, keeping the foot on the throat while they have possession deep in their territory. Chance for Liberty to get out here, though.
Bad clearance there by St. Pius. Now Liberty going to try to make something happen for the first time this match. And we talk about experience and that potentially favoring Liberty. Foul's called there. Thought that was going to be a foul. Referee says play on as Pius clears it out. I guess one of the good things about having inexperience is sometimes you don't get scared of things because you don't know better. And St. Pius certainly comes out with no nerves today despite the lack of experience.
Absolutely. 7 freshmen signed to the varsity team this year. They definitely, as you said, they don't know enough to be scared, so that can always be a difference maker in these big games. Liberty seem to be very assured in possession. Here's Feely, one of their players to watch up front.
When we talk about this experience gap, the youngest starter on Liberty is a junior. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freshman starters for St. Pius and a sophomore starter. So it's just an interesting matchup. It's not saying St. Pius is a big underdog in this game, but Liberty's certainly much more experience as we start the match here tonight. We'll see if that plays any factor in the game.
They're coming off that state title win in 2019. Some of those seniors for Liberty maybe been around to see that, maybe not seeing the field all that much, but knowing what it means to win. And sometimes that experience is what carries you over the line. It's good pressure.
One of the Liberty players got stepped on there, number 9. It's Anya Lindstrom, senior attacking midfielder. She's been a key addition to this team, moved from Van Horn in the offseason, now at Liberty High School, and had a great left-footed goal in the game yesterday. And you see she was in an offside position there, let the ball roll through. But Lindstrom's one of those players that's been a big addition for Liberty and Coach Tyler Nash.
Yeah, you seen something was a bit amiss there when she pulled up. No one really around her. Obviously, she was stepped on in the previous play. Challenges flying in thick and fast. Picking up with the last game left off, Dave.
No doubt, physical soccer here. And like you said, it's a continuation of what we saw in the last game, including that huge challenge on Bree Wither in the first minute of this game. Could have been a yellow card. Referee letting it go, at least for now.
Yeah, Avery Garton, obviously aware of who Bree Wither is. Thought you would let her know that she was there early on.
Ball chipped forward, and Alexa Hofstetter off her line to claim that for Liberty. Hofstetter's 0 previous varsity experience, now stepping in and starting goalkeeper on this varsity team.
A big step up for her this year. That's how you learn, though. Bit of a baptism of fire. Straight into a cup final to start this season. What a great way that could be to start the season. Going into their league campaign with a bit of silverware behind them.
Similar situation in the last game with Green Valley's goalkeeper not having played much goalkeeper at all. She'd mainly been a field player. Green Valley won that game, so certainly a lack of varsity experience is no negative guaranteed for the Liberty keeper, but we'll see how she does today. Ball sent into the box by Pius, cleared out by Liberty. Still in kind of a dangerous spot, though, and now more fully cleared by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the winger done well to hold her run there, stay onside. It's easy enough to just drift offside there when you're waiting on the ball from a teammate, but she done well.
Oh, big collision there. Shoulder to shoulder. It's going to be St. Pius that comes away with the ball. Wither again, dispossessed, but it's going to stay with St. Pius here on the near sideline. Wither's going to claim this one for St. Pius. Her pass just a bit off target. She's going to get it back, though. Surrounded by two defenders. Nice job there by the Liberty defender, just shielding the ball from the dangerous Bree Wither, able to earn a goal kick for Liberty.
It's Bree Bradfield. She done very well there, just shepherding the ball out of play. Wither, you can see she has a bit of a bit between her teeth, trying to get onto any loose ball. Roaming around in there, just waiting to pick up from a mistake. The defender had to be assured to shepherd the ball out of play there. She's done well.
Ball's going to be claimed by Liberty in the center circle, now turned over. Pius trying to spring quickly the other direction. It's going to end up rolling harmlessly to the goalkeeper here. No score, 10 minutes in. Championship game and the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Thanks so much for tuning in. St. Pius X entered this tournament as the number 6 seed. Liberty is the number 4 seed. Both of them pulled upsets against the 1 and 2 seed yesterday to advance to today's championship game. Nice step there defensively for St. Pius. Caroline McCoy, the freshman defender. Now Wither again with it. Being swarmed defensively. Her cross is deflected, now cleared out.
Yeah, Wither really likes the ball in front of her, running at those defenders. You can tell that they're trying to do. She could be in again here. A bit too overcooked for her.
Not a bad idea on that ball forward, but like you said, just a bit overstruck. Early going, we have 2 shots for St. Pius, none yet for Liberty. Pius has definitely been more on the front foot in terms of attacking chances in the attacking third here in the first 11 minutes. Liberty yet to really settle into this game offensively.
Anything positive coming from Liberty seems to be coming up this left-hand side through Avery Garton. The defender seems to be touch tight to Bree Wither any chance that she gets.
Throw in, kicked out by Liberty. It'll be another throw for Pius. Freshman Caroline McCoy going to take this throw again. Possession going to go back to Liberty here on the throw. Again, good pressure by St. Pius. Liberty finally able to break it this time. Late foul is given. Possession going to stay with Liberty here on the free kick.
It was a really neat and tidy turn there from Ali Schultz. Almost turning defense into attack in an instant. He takes the ball in, turns the St. Pius attacker. Ends up winning a free kick for her team.
Say if Liberty's able to get it through the midfield, it looks like they have pretty even numbers there along the St. Pius back line. They haven't been able to really exploit that yet. Maybe they do here. She's going to roll over the inline. It's a different setup on the other end of the field, though. If we look at St. Pius offensively, long balls forward would find a 1v3 situation for their center forward. But if Liberty can get the ball past the midfield, it looks like they'd have a chance to have a 3-on-3, 4-on-4, that sort of even odds opportunity. But they haven't had the chance to get the ball down there at all yet.
That's credit to the St. Pius midfield. Done really well. Anytime it looks like a loose ball can spring a Liberty attack, at least 2 or 3 bodies in and around. Trying to win back possession, trying to cut out anything positive going forward for Liberty.
So Connell, St. Pius X in a 4-3-3 formation. Liberty in a bit of a unique 3-2-3-2 formation. How do those formations kind of clash against each other? What are the areas for opportunities? And do you think there may need to be adjustments in that? Because it is a couple different styles of play going up against each other.
Well, it just really depends on how far apart the lines are set. You know, if you're playing 3-2-3-2, which is kind of a formation we don't see an awful lot, that could kind of fall into like a 3-4-3 almost. But Liberty, you're just gonna have to stay compact, because if you're in that 3-2 formation, suddenly you can find yourself outnumbered. There's always an extra man in the middle for St. Pius. So they're just going to have to stay aware. Maybe some players will have to drop in and cover for others. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the formations adjust as this game goes on and both teams get a bit more relaxed and comfortable in their formation.
Another good step defensively. Yeah, you're right. Now Pius trying to turn it the other way. Pass just a bit too firm, but it's going to fall to Wither. Wither with a shot on goal. It's saved. Pretty good strike, but the goalkeeper saw that coming all the way, and Alexa Hofstetter makes that look pretty easy at the end of the day, but good strike again by Wither.
It all came from the step up from Cernic. Molly Cernic at the back for St. Pius, stepping up and winning the ball, creating an attacking chance for her team. Ball falls to Wither. No one else on the St. Pius team would they prefer the ball to fall to in the area. The goalkeeper is equal to it this time.
St. Pius with the ball. Their coach Todd Ashby told us, obviously a very young team. He said in his 18 years, this is the best freshman class he's had in this program. And even though it's a young team, we can see they're off to a very good start, undefeated here in this tournament. And he thinks they can progress by the end of the year and thinks they have a real chance to compete for a state title. So some big words from Todd Ashby, and really St. Pius is going to have a lot of leadership from this freshmen that by the time we get to the state tournament time, they won't be freshmen anymore. They'll have a lot of experience.
For sure. It sets them off on a good foundation for the next few years at least. So we see some bit of afters being left here. It's turning into a bit of a feisty competition out here on this right-hand side with Bree Wither and Avery Garton. Both seem to be quite feisty characters.
It'll be Pius again getting possession. They've had most of the ball here in the first half and really all the possession in the dangerous spots in the field. Wither trying to keep it in and just unable to do so. Almost a great individual play there. She's responded well after being clobbered down to the field in the opening moments. Looks like she's going to get a little bit of a break, though.
Number 9, Serena Hardy. And number 10, Islin Svensson. Entering
Pius.
Blue Jays, number 9,
Serena Holton, freshman, coming in, and Zelian Svensson, a senior, coming in, number 9 and number 10, respectively. So Wither coming out, we've seen a lot of this in the first game, and again today. It seems like the quote-unquote stars of the team are maybe getting a little bit of a break around the 20 or 25-minute mark, and then coming back in for the last 10 minutes of the half. It's kind of a trend we saw in the opener as well. It's a good run there and a good step by the St. Pius defense. They're going to cross it into the box here. Good defense there by Liberty, able to snuff that one out. Now the Blue Jays trying to quickly attack the other way. Some time and space here. Oh, good defense by St. Pius.
Just the wrong decision there by Liberty. Ali Schultz was making the run on the overlap, wanting the ball back. Liberty midfielder just didn't pick her head up.
Game opening up a little bit here as now Liberty has some time and space on the ball. That's a good idea, but step under there by the Pius defender, wins back possession. Really good ball there. In between defenders, but no one making the run. Liberty defender just shields the ball, able to earn the goal kick back. Is still looking for our first goal here, 18 minutes in.
It's good vocal play here from the Liberty goalkeeper, marshalling the defense. Letting your defenders know which side the St. Pius attackers are coming from. That organization is going to be key for them at the back. They have the likes of Breweather and company running at them all day.
Pretty smart. They're playing it over the sideline, alleviating a possible break opportunity for the Blue Jays. See a substitution for Liberty here is number 21, Haley Pollard Jr. coming on. Again, if you're not familiar with the high school rules, definitely different than pro soccer in terms of substitutions. You can sub in and out and still come back in the game. It's not like the players subbing out are done for the night. So much more fluid sort of substitution process here in the high school game. To the midway point of the first half.
Teams just kind of filling each other out at the minute, Dave. Trying to see where they can potentially attack. It's a good opportunity for Pius.
I think that's got to be a foul. Referee calls it a throw-in, but some contact there. I guess it's deemed shoulder to shoulder.
That's Schultz again for Liberty. Seems like she's everywhere, all over the park, and to be fair, she does win the ball.
Physical game for sure here in the early going. Could make a case that St. Pius X's been a little bit of the better team here in the first 20 minutes, but still not a ton of great goal-scoring chances to really put themselves in a big advantage.
Certainly, they've dominated everything up until the 18-yard box. Just haven't really seemed to have that killer instinct in and around there.
3 shots for St. Pius, no shots yet for Liberty.
Liberty seem to be working a bit more as a counter-attacking team, as this first half comes to around the halfway part.
Coach Tyler Nash did tell us that the offside flag is up. Did tell us that we are a heavily defensive team, and they rely a lot on midfielder Allie Schultz to really kind of open up the offense through her playmaking runs, but also coming back on defense. She's not on the field right now for Liberty. Maybe no surprise if she's not out there. The offense is not really going at the moment.
That was good defense there by Liberty. The defenders all just holding the run, letting the St. Pius striker wander offside. There's a chance for them, though.
Backside runner if she's found. Instead, it's a handball in the box, I believe. Referee says no. That would have been a penalty kick. Maybe he deemed it inadvertent. I believe that was in the box, and I thought that did strike a hand.
Certainly looked like it did hit a hand, maybe accidental.
The referee immediately said no penalty. Maybe a bit of a bad break for Liberty. We'll have to check out the replay. They still have a chance, though, here. Edge of the box. Now a centering ball, a great ball, and it finds the back of the net. So a possibly missed handball doesn't matter as Liberty still able to strike first, and they have the early 1-0 lead here in the title game.
And they've done really well. We've just been talking about how St. Pius have been dominating the ball right up until the 18-yard box, not having that killer instinct in or around goal. And it just shows one chance, one goal for Liberty. For those more.
So the goal by Haley Pollard, who just came on as a sub in the earlier play, was a handball from what we can tell. Doesn't matter as Liberty ends up scoring anyway. What a sequence, as Liberty probably should have been awarded a penalty kick, and instead of hanging their heads, they respond with a goal about 20 seconds later. And then quickly on the other end, St. Pius trying to get the equalizer. Liberty forced to slow down that counterattack.
It must feel like a real gut punch there for St. Pius. They've definitely been in the ascendancy for the majority of the opening of this game. But Liberty showing that they can be really dangerous in and around the box.
St. Pius scrambling to get back defensively on that long ball forward. So one of the great things about soccer, and can be one of the most frustrating things about soccer if your team is losing, you can completely dominate a game, and in a second you can go from tied to losing. Saw that with Sporting KC a couple weeks ago where they had 30 shots and were unable to get a win, unable to put the ball in the back of the net. That's sort of been the story here in the first 20 minutes for St. Pius. They've been the better team, and Liberty finally gets their first shot of the game, and now they have the lead, and ball gets past the goalkeeper, at least momentarily, and she's forced to clear it over the end line. Mistouch there by Hofstetter. Let's take a look at that handball that wasn't called, just to see if we did a good job as announcers or if we messed this up here, Connell.
Yeah.
Definitely, I mean, not an intentional handball, but the arm was in, I guess what you'd say is an unnatural position, struck the arm in the box. A little surprised the referee immediately waved it off, no penalty. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Pius here with the corner. Good service into the box. Ball headed up. It's going to stay in at least momentarily. Now the referee blows his flag over the end line. It's a goal kick for Liberty.
Yeah, it was accidental. I mean, we've seen them given, I'm sure, previously, but I'm sure there would have been a lot more of a shout about it had the next sequence of play not worked out the way it did. Thankfully for Liberty, they were able to get their goal. But St. Pius haven't really taken their foot off the gas. They are definitely in the ascendancy here.
Referee for this match, Nicholas Tinoco. And I feel like different games, different referees, you'll have different things that are a handball or not a handball. I feel like some referees will call it based on the intention. I think some referees will call it with that not being a factor at all. It's even though it should be black and white, handballs are one of those things that are definitely not in soccer. At least in this case, a potentially missed call ends up not making a difference at all, which is the good news on this one. And St. Pius continuing to drive forward. Good stuff here in the middle of the park through 3 defenders, now 4. Oh, great idea, but just cut out that final pass.
Kendra Roberts, a very impressive run. Taking the ball in her stride, taking on 2, 3, taking it past them all. Fortunately, not able to find an outlet in blue.
It's one of the players that Coach Todd Ashby highlighted to us. Kendra Roberts, just a sophomore, but plays on the ODP national team. Normally plays on the wing or left back for this team. But he said, hey, we like to get her in the middle of the park sometimes so she can get some more touches on the ball. And we saw right there that that's a really good strategy. She got by 4 defenders, but now maybe another chance for Liberty. Behind the defense, shot goes at the goalie and a diving save. Kate Lewis, the senior, called into action for the first time today, and she made a diving save there at the near post.
That's just where that experience comes in. You switch off for a few seconds. In this case, St. Pius, they switch off and let Ali Schultz in. She narrows her own gap towards the end, but goalkeeper does well to just claw it wide. As we see Avery Garton leave the field. Another chance here for Liberty to possibly double their lead. That's something that would really crush the spirits of St. Pius, having played so well in this opening 25 minutes or so.
Right-footed in-swinger near post. Over the end line will be another corner kick for Liberty. Not sure if it hit off the defender or the goalkeeper, but either way, both of them were there to guide that one over the end line. Looks like it hit off the stomach or chest of the defender. Here's the second corner kick. This one more out towards the top of the area. Chip towards goal and a leaping save by Lewis.
Goalkeeper watched it all the way there. Could have went anywhere. That was 2 widely different corners. One put in towards the middle, try and tempt the goalkeeper to come forward. Second was kind of towards the edge of the box, giving her own attackers a chance to make a run at it.
St. Pius still being aggressive, but you can sense a little bit of confidence from Liberty after that goal. They'd been not run off the field, but they'd been a little bit dominated by St. Pius in the first 20 minutes. Now all of a sudden Liberty holding their own toe-to-toe and nearly have a 2-goal lead.
Well, looking towards the substitutions bench, it looks like Bree Wither will be making her way back onto the field, which can only be good things for St. Pius. They put a bit of a dent in that hope felt by Liberty at the minute.
The substitutions for the Warriors, number 11, Bree Bitter, and number 24, Lauren Vogt.
Lauren Vogt also back onto the field alongside Bree Wither. She's a fellow forward. Vogt normally on the left side, Wither normally on the right side. Although that's different at the moment. They've interchanged with Wither on the left. All cleared out by Liberty. Still not fully cleared. Pius able to earn the foul from a very dangerous spot on the field just outside the penalty area. Definitely a chance to take a shot on goal from here if they choose to do so.
Good work there from Grayson Vicanti. Just getting her body in the way, forcing the foul out of the defender. And really from a nothing play, and I have a chance to possibly loft the ball in or even have a direct shot on goal.
Chloe Cernich, the senior, standing over this. I wouldn't be surprised at all if she takes a crack at goal, but like you said, lots of bodies going to be running into the box if she decides to lob it in. Cernich approaches. Takes a good shot, but into the three-person wall, and it's cleared out by Liberty. I think she was shooting a goal there, it looked like. That was a low-line drive. Unable to get around or over the wall, though.
The way she was lined up, couldn't really tell if she was going to hit it with her left or her right foot. I think that was intentional to try and throw off the wall as to whether she would have crossed it or hit the shot on goal. But the wall done its job, stood firm.
It's really good defending there by Liberty, able to frustrate Bree Wither and not allow her to win that possession. Take another look at the free kick here, Connell, and what went wrong for Pius.
It's just brave defending. It's exactly what you want from your wall. That's why it's there. It seemed like it was a bit far out, so thought she may have opted for a cross, but she tried to test the goalkeeper. Would have had to be pretty good to beat the goalkeeper from there.
Would have been nice to see it get around or over the wall. It looked like she did strike it pretty well. Nonetheless, we won't know what might have been. Is Liberty going to take this throw in near sideline? Right back to St. Pius with the throw near midfield. Liberty 1-0 lead. Haley Pollard with the goal here in the early going for Liberty. That's the difference in the match. And again, Wither just shoved down. There was no soccer play on that one.
It was Mackenzie Smith that time. Seemed to be somewhat targeting Wither.
Heard a little bit of a shout from the parents here as maybe they're feeling like Wither getting bullied a little bit in the first half. I think there may be a point to that, actually.
To a certain point, it's kind of a backhanded compliment in one way. I mean, they're obviously fearful of what she can bring to this St. Pius attack, so anytime she gets the ball, not being very kind.
Ball in the box, barely past Wither and barely past Vogt. That was a really good idea, but just out of the reach of both those runners who were behind the back line. Would have been a great goal-scoring chance that they've been able to get on the receiving end.
Yeah, I just think that they were kind of on different wavelengths. I don't think they expected the ball to be served in quite as well as it was. But they didn't really gamble.
Re-entering the pitch is number 17, Yuri Glass.
Liberty gets it here. Still don't really have numbers, though. It's a 2-on-4. Initial pass is cut out, but Liberty's going to keep possession. Throw in far side.
It was a very important interception there from Franny Hess of St. Pius. If she didn't stab that ball clear, Ali Schultz was gone. She's already shown she can be a bit of a menace with the ball at her feet already. As Liberty look to spring another attack.
Connell, how much does St. Pius have to balance this? Seems like unlimited aggressiveness versus you really can't afford to concede a second goal against an experienced team like Liberty. What do you think that balance is? Because right now it just seems like they're continuing to be super aggressive in search of that equalizer.
And that's where that kind of a lack of experience can work for you and against you, because they don't really know what to be scared of, so they're just playing their own game, trying to be aggressive, trying to force the other team to make mistakes. It just happens when you get a bit too eager and the ball isn't going for you, you kind of huff and puff, and it gives the other team a bit of an opportunity to get more assured, get some more touches of the ball, and suddenly one ball over the top and they're completely caught out. So they're going to have to be careful. They can't put all their eggs in one basket. Of course, there's another 40 minutes to come up after this, where hopefully they would like to think that the cream would rise to the top. They just have to be very wary about not overcommitting numbers forward and leaving a somewhat inexperienced backline to deal with the likes of Ali Schultz and company.
Chance here for Liberty. Shot just wide of goal. And a really good shot it was, as they found an unmarked opportunity.
That's exactly what we're talking about there from Schultz.
We highlighted her in the pregame, one of those key players that makes the offense for Liberty go, and I think she put that in the back of the net more often than not, and a bit of a break for St. Pius that Schultz pulled that one wide.
Yeah, she done really well. Took a touch, got it out of her feet. Saw the goalkeeper had committed to one side and tried to drag it back across goal. The execution just slightly off. It could have spelled trouble for St. Pius.
Pius trying to spring back quickly the other way, but several defenders there for Liberty able to snuff that one out. Time and space on the counterattack, but the pass just a bit off target. It's claimed by the Warriors. It's a really nice ball, far sideline. Who's going to win the foot race? It's Pius. Chance for an open cross into the box. It's sent centrally. But Pius unable to get on the receiving end. Big collision in the box. Completely accidental there. It's going to end up being a goal kick for Liberty.
This looked like it was falling right to the feet of Bree Wither.
It sure did.
It's just taken off her foot.
For the Warriors, number 15,
Can't tell if that was by a great play by the defender or off her own player of St. Pius. It certainly looks like something's coming for St. Pius. They keep applying this pressure. Thinking sooner or later something's got to give.
Pass intercepted again by Pius. Ball forward for Liberty. Keeper stays on her line. It's going to roll over the end line for a goal kick.
Back the other way, Blue.
Good ball there. Anya Lindstrom knocking that long ball. She knows Ali Schultz can turn on the burners. Sadly, I don't think she would have caught that one if she was on a motorcycle.
Well, maybe if she was on a motorcycle, possibly. It was a bit overhit, wasn't it? Be a goal kick for Liberty, or sorry, for St. Pius X. Come down near midfield. It's claimed by the Blue Jays. All the way back now to the goalkeeper. Hofstetter surveys her options. All just being knocked around. No real possession right now for either team. It's a good ball there. Good look for Wither. Can she get a shot? No. Boy, if she did, you like her chances of putting that in the back of the net.
Great first time ball there. Sorry.
I was going to say Kendra Roberts again, really wreaking havoc up that left sideline like she did in the center of the park a few minutes ago. I think if Wither's going to get on the end of one, it could be Roberts setting her up. And now on the other end, it's good stuff there by the St. Pius back line. That's got to be a foul. Referee says play on.
It's Molly Cernich again.
Like she was shoved down, didn't it?
Did indeed.
She's smiling, but I think that's one of those smiles of disbelief. Let's take another look here.
Yeah.
Not a shove, but certainly a body challenge with no real play on the ball. Again, Roberts making an overlapping run, getting up from that left back spot and sort of becoming a left forward at times in this attack. way this game is going, it'd be pretty surprising if this finishes at a 1-0 score. Pius is continuing to be very aggressive. Liberty's got some good quality players of their own offensively.
Just to note, Ali Schultz hasn't left the field once. She seems like she's been everywhere for Liberty. Very instrumental in all things going forward for them. She looks to get another touch here. Ball could fall kindly for Liberty.
Long range shot off of a St. Pius defender. Liberty gets it back. Now lobbed in. It's going to go harmlessly to the goalkeeper. Just a little over 2 minutes left here in the first half. Liberty has struck first thanks to a Haley Pollard goal. Pius has been very aggressive. Definitely seem like they have a goal in them tonight. May not be able to get it before the break, though.
They've huffed and puffed in this first half. Definitely created the more opportunities. Definitely created more chances. But the experience of Liberty, you certainly see that some of these players have been here and done it before at this level. Know how to manage a game a little bit better, even if they're not exactly on equal footing in talent. There certainly is a talented player in Ali Schultz.
Play this back to her back line. Nice patient build-up this time by Liberty. Like you said, a good sign of that experience. Trying to close out this first half with the lead and maybe even a second goal here. Ball sent across, no one there.
That was nice triangles there from Liberty.
Let's go, 1 minute.
You can certainly see that some of these players have played together for a period of time. Some of those runs and some of those balls through seem to be almost second nature. They know where the player's going to be before the ball's even hit. And that's just something that comes with experience and playing together. I'm sure St. Pius will gather that as the year goes on.
.35 seconds left here in the first half. If either team's going to get a chance, they're going to have to hurry, especially St. Pius, who's way away from the other goal. Maybe Liberty can get a chance here. Now in the box. It's played over the end line. They're going to have to hurry, though, on this corner kick. 18 seconds. Clock is really ticking here as Liberty tries to run the ball over to the corner flag. Now 10 seconds. They're going to get this off, but they're going to have to score on their first chance if they're going to get it in time. Send into the box. Ball being knocked around. Poke towards goal. Cleared out. Right at the buzzer as St. Pius survives a scare there at the halftime whistle. And Liberty looked like they just couldn't get clean contact there, Connell. They had a couple cracks at it there in the box.
And it was a bit of pinball in the middle. Have to give credit for the corner that was actually delivered in. Under all that pressure, after all the running, seemed like it was a great ball into the middle. Liberty just couldn't take advantage. But it's the one goal that separates them at the half, Dave.
All right, we'll take a timeout. A great first half here in our championship game. Liberty leading St. Pius X 1-0 at the break. We'll take a timeout. Halftime show is coming up next. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Welcome back. It's halftime here at Platte County. It's the finals of the Platte County Girls Soccer Invitational. And Liberty leads St. Pius X 1-0 at the break. We'll take a look at the halftime stats here as kickoff just about to happen here for the second 40 minutes. I think the stats are a little misleading, Connell. 5 shots to 1 in favor of Liberty, but St. Pius for a lot of the first half was on the front foot. It was, in a lot of ways, a pretty even first half, don't you think?
Certainly. I mean, look, St. Pius coming off a big 4-0 victory yesterday against Platte County. They were coming in here very hot. They were fancying themselves, and you could tell that from how they opened the game. They were very confident, giving the ball to their ball players, trying to get in behind Liberty, trying to cause them some issues. But to be fair to Liberty, they stood up to it. They soaked up a lot of the pressure. And they kind of they played on St. Pius's inexperience a little bit, getting those turnovers high up into their own territory and really causing the more damage, you would say, on goal with Ali Schultz here. Seeing she don't think she checked out of the game once in the first half. She was dynamite going forward for Liberty. And she'll definitely be instrumental if they have anything going forward in this half, one would guess.
We've talked about Liberty and their experience. 14 seniors on varsity. This is a very good defense as well. Liberty has not given up a goal yet this season. I mean, that is a big confidence boost when you're talking about the goalkeeper in the back line. And we've seen the offensive talent, and we've seen little glimpses of Bree Wither, Kendra Roberts as well, streaking up that left sideline. But they haven't had that moment of class in the penalty area. And I think you got to give a lot of credit to Liberty. I mean, getting several games now into the season, still haven't conceded a goal. I think they're really riding high with confidence defensively as well as offensively.
Absolutely. You can tell that they're no slouches. That Steely team that we just watched were a very good side, and they came out 2-0 victors yesterday, so they've shown that they know how to win. All that experience comes into play here. 40 minutes to go for St. Pius to pull themselves back into this one and maybe force extra time or penalties.
So St. Pius had lots of good moments in the first half, but couldn't get that final touch when they needed to put the ball in the back of the net. What do you think they need to do different here in the second half, or do you think they just need to keep doing, again, what they did in the first half?
Well, as the game went on, when we seen Bree Wither go off, a few minutes before she went off, she kind of looked a bit isolated, wasn't getting as much of the ball, and anytime she was getting it, she seemed to be getting clobbered. So maybe they just have to get the ball to the players that they know can make a difference, the likes of her and Kendra Roberts, and Cernich here at the back, who has also not been afraid to step into the middle and try and play a bit as well.
It's a good idea, but good defense there by Liberty. Again, yet to concede a goal this season. Now they're looking to launch a counterattack themselves. Certainly seems like this should be an exciting second half with goals to come as the offside flag is up. It's a good idea there, but just a bit too far forward. That was Gianna Ortiz, junior forward, just a bit offside, but a good idea.
It was great defense, really, to let the ball just go straight through to her. If the defender had taken a touch, then she automatically comes back into play again. That was great awareness from the defender to just let the ball sail through to the offside Liberty striker.
Again, a collision.
It's Cernich again. Goes sprawling to the floor.
Gesturing to the referee, how's that not a foul? It's been a physical game.
And sometimes in games like this, being as tall as she is, you would think would work in your favor, but a lot of the times you don't get any favorable refereeing decisions.
Good stuff here by Liberty. Good passes in tight quarters. Now Schultz with it. Her pass was trying to switch the point of attack, took a deflection. And just boomed forward, but Pius does not have numbers here. It's a 1v3. Time and space here for Liberty as they cross midfield. Good ball here near sideline. Can they get across into the box? That was the idea, but that pass cut out by St. Pius.
Yeah. Franny has stepped up really well for St. Pius. Looked like it was going into the danger area there. She stepped up well, cleared up any loose ends.
This is a matchup of two really high-quality teams here in the championship game. Star players on both teams performing well. Liberty has the advantage so far. Still 36 minutes and some change, though, for St. Pius X to get that equalizer. Again, some of you may be watching from Johnson County, where we're getting reports it's 70-some degrees and sunny. It's about 50 degrees and cloudy here in Platte City. Still nice soccer weather, but not as nice as some of you are enjoying at home. Ball bombed forward by Pius, overhit though. It's going to go out of play.
Gianna Ortiz for Liberty, trying to be something of a focal point up forward. Trying to give the Liberty players an outlet ball, as we can see here. They're aiming for her.
Good stuff on the far sideline. Secondary defender runs over to help and gets clobbered. Ball's going to go back to Pius. No shortage of big collisions here tonight, Connell.
Yep, neither player pulling out either, as we like to see. Holly Schultz really looks like a handful every time she gets the ball. Taking on her player, she can go inside, she can go outside, she can take you to the line. She's really forcing these St. Pius defenders to think on their feet. As we see her get the ball again, she just seems to be everywhere.
That corner was 18 seconds left, and they can hustle to give him the ball. How your shoe or something. Wow. This ball seems flat, right? Good job. Four. Come on.
That's good work there from Andrew Roberts.
William Pius really working hard defensively. Nothing to show for it in this sequence.
They are working hard, though. They better work not to waste all their energy in the first 5 minutes of this half. It's going to be a long 35 here, and they're the ones that need to take the initiative. They have to just remain calm and know that the chances will come. You have talented players like Kendra Roberts, Bree Wither. Chances are always going to fall your way. It's whether you're able to take them or not. It's Liberty, the only team today that's able to do so.
Be another throw in coming up for St. Pius. Roberts takes it again. And Roberts, part of the ODP national team, sophomore starter here for St. Pius X. Budding star in her own right. Need to get her some touches on the ball if Pius is going to get that equalizer, at least you would think. Whether dispossessed there. Liberty trying to play four, but again, not really a lot of white jerseys up there. Takes some real magic if you're going to break down this wall of blue defenders.
That's why I think Artis is kind of trying to act like that focal point, trying to win the ball with her back to goal, try and hold it up, let other players come in. St. Pius really applying the pressure now.
Good.
Really tidy feetwork from Roberts.
That pass gets away, but Pius able to get it right back, center circle. Need to be a little careful here. And they lose possession, but probably better than giving away a counterattack opportunity. Like you said, still good reason to be patient. Still more than 30 minutes to go in this one.
Greg Franny Hess just took her eye off the ball. Just pass was a little astray. Put her fellow defender under pressure. Touch.
Ball boomed forward by Liberty. Over the sideline, it'll be a throw-in for St. Pius right near midfield. Having trouble really getting the ball into that attacking third this half. Again, Liberty yet to concede a goal this season. Seems like they've been even more organized defensively here in the second half.
It's great work again from Artis. Just winning that ball for Liberty as she gets on to the end of it.
Good physical play there, and a foul is called against Liberty. That's one I think I would have rather seen the referee let it go, as both players battling shoulder to shoulder. Nonetheless, the foul is called on Liberty.
Could have went either way, really, there. Let's see, both were kind of fighting for it.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a play on there, but nonetheless, Pius gets it back on the free kick. All being knocked around midfield. Warriors are going to control it now for a second. Teese is working hard out there up top as that kind of lone center forward out on an island, but it's tough because she's in between 3, if not 4 at times, St. Pius defenders.
And for my money, it's the hardest position to play in the sport, honestly. A lone striker up there. You're so isolated at times. You have to know that you're going to not be a part of the game for large parts of it. You just have to stay engaged, have to keep making those runs that you know the ball won't come for. But you're keeping that defense thinking.
Maybe need a moment like that for a defender to make a mistake. Offside flag is up as Ortiz thought she was alone one-on-one against the keeper, but pretty good offside trap there by the St. Pius back line. It was tight, but I think that's the right call. Let's take another look.
Yeah, she was a bit of a victim of her own success there. Just a bit too eager.
Yeah, a couple yards offside. You had another player there at the top of the screen look like she may have been offside as well.
She done well. She made the run. Just couldn't get back onside for when the ball fell for Liberty.
Another big collision. This time a Liberty player goes flying as Blue Jays trying to corral this ball near midfield. It's going to go over the sideline. The last play was number 17, Emery Glass, senior for Liberty, who crashed down to the field. A little bit gingerly getting up. It looks like she's going to be able to continue. Pius trying to apply pressure here, trying to force a turnover deep in Liberty's defensive end, but unable to do so.
Yeah, Wither was just trying to be patient, trying to pick the right pass. Just ran out of time, unfortunately.
With Pius unable to really get the ball with much danger in the box, you wonder, do they start thinking about some long-range shots? We haven't seen much of that tonight, but they haven't had any success really breaking down that Liberty back line in the penalty area.
Well, we haven't even really seen the Liberty goalkeeper put under much pressure. We've seen St. Pius have a lot of the ball. Liberty just having their wits about them. Knowing how to defend, knowing when to drop, knowing when to push up.
Liberty able to earn the throw in there, as talks about all the work going on up top by Gianna Ortiz. She earned a throw in there, as making some pressing effort there defensively. Now she's going to get the ball on the throw. Again, double teamed as she lobs it back towards a couple teammates at the top of the circle, but Pius able to get it back. Moving the ball to alleviate the pressure there.
Even when she does get the ball up top, Ortiz, she's 10, 15 yards away from her closest teammate, so it's always hard to kind of try and bring people into play, especially when St. Pius are all over the place. Seems like there's 3 or 4 defenders every time Liberty has the ball anywhere near their goal.
Substitutions for the Liberty. For Pius.
Pius working quickly up the field, loosed over the sideline there to get it back on a throw-in though.
15, Sophia.
Still a lot of time left, almost 27 minutes to go. Is this going to stay in? It's not, just barely over the end line.
So he's chasing a lost cause, to be fair. 26 minutes to go, though. You can see this game a bit more methodical, a bit more deliberate than the last game. Both teams really feeling each other out tactically. The last game was a bit more of a slugfest, shot after shot. There's a chance here.
Long ranger. Ends up sailing quite a bit high at goal, but we were just speculating a minute or two ago. Will that start to be a little bit of the plan, because they haven't been able to get real close to the goal and at least make the goalie in the back line think about that as a realistic scoring option. I don't hate that idea at all.
Absolutely. When you see him trying to be patient in and around the box, but it hasn't really gotten them very far. This experienced Liberty team. St. Pius player takes it right off the face.
Will it continue? Maybe another chance here, but no one in the center of the field. It's going to roll harmlessly to the goalkeeper at the end of the day.
Probably still seeing double. Getting hit smack bang in the chin with that.
It did look rough. Glad to see she stayed on her feet, didn't wobble or anything like that. Still couldn't have felt good. Pius with a little momentum now. The last couple minutes have been better for them. Turnover by Liberty. It's going to go right back to St. Pius here near midfield.
Seemingly ever-present Ali Schultz. Being a menace in there. Just the final product wasn't there.
Good step there. Good ball behind the defense. Will it stay in play? Oh, not quite. Again, it seems like St. Pius is so close. Just missing by inches on some of these passes.
It's great work there from Kate Sell. Give
Substitution
Serrana Hurtig
Lady Jays, number 16, Jade
something to chase, but it was just a bit too far for her in the end.
Join their team on the pitch.
Throw in deep in their own end for Liberty. Pius can get a turnover here. Maybe they could get a chance quickly. They do just that, but will they get a shot? No. Good stuff here again by Roberts. Double teamed, able to break it though and keep possession. Oh no, they actually point the other way. Looks like that touched off Roberts at the end. Very impressive though. First time seeing her in person as a sophomore. She's been really, really good out there for St. Pius.
Yeah, obviously very, very comfortable with the ball at her feet. She's been a real handful anytime she's got the ball. One of the real bright sparks for St. Pius today. Liberty haven't looked under too much pressure, but anytime they are, she seems to be something to do with it.
Little overhit there on the turnover, and it goes over the end line for a goal kick. I'd say the pace of the game right now is certainly the way Liberty would want it. It's not very frantic end to end. Liberty, plenty of time to get organized and stay organized defensively. And even though Pius is getting the ball in this half of the field quite a bit, doesn't seem like they're really putting Liberty under a lot of pressure.
No, this definitely suits Liberty much more. If the scoreline changes, then that may change, but St. Pius really the ones that have to force the issue here. They're the ones that are going to have to gamble, and that can lead to its own problems. As we've seen, it doesn't take too much for Liberty. And they have a sniffer and goal.
Really good ball there by Liberty. Waiting for that final pass. That might have been onside. The flag does go up, but boy, it looked like the runner really held her run and was timing it perfect. I have to take another look at that. I know last time Artis was offside by a couple yards. This time she was standing still waiting. And it looks like she was just offside again, although that top defender at the top of the screen almost held her on. Just can't believe it, but just a little offside again. Well, maybe another chance here for Liberty. Lots of space here in the center of the park. Oh, couldn't quite keep it in.
I think Artis was the better option in that case.
Substitution
It's
for the higher
once bitten, twice shy
number 12,
for Liberty.
Caroline McCoy, Avery Ashby coming in there for St. Pius. This will be another goal kick for the Warriors. It's going to roll all the way to the front line. That's Wither, who's been quiet this half. Pius hasn't been able to really get her involved. Credit to Liberty for that as well.
Yeah, they've definitely keyed in on her. Anytime she does get the ball, there's always a spare Liberty defender keeping her company.
Another big foul. This time it's going to be a yellow card. Don't know if that was an egregious challenge, but about the 7th really hard challenge of the match. I think the referee finally says okay, I've seen enough. Maybe we need to settle this down a little bit. That's Gianna Ortiz. Maybe some frustration for her there as well, having been alone on an island for most of this game. Again, not an overly vicious challenge, but just another player going flying. I think the ref wants to maybe corral that a little bit. Big booming kick forward again. Passes the midfield all the way to Wither, but she can't corral it.
Ball just seems to be bouncing off her anytime it comes anywhere near in this second half. Bree Wither, she looked very instrumental in the first half. You could tell Liberty paying her a lot of attention.
Wither gets her head on that. Pius unable to control it, though. It's cleared out by the Blue Jays. It's going to stay with St. Pius on the throw. Now time getting to be a little more critical. We're halfway through the second half now, just under 20 minutes left to play.
Big 20 minutes here for Pius. You would think a lot of those young freshmen playing in a varsity competition such as this for the very first time. Liberty, not quite, but it would mean a lot for Liberty to win this as well. They certainly seem to have the older players, but winning a competition like this against some very good opposition set you up great for the season to come.
It's a big clearance there, big intervention. Like Liberty was about to get a chance there. Now Wither gets it, but her first touch lets her down.
Same thing again. She just can't seem to get any kind of possession. Every time the ball comes through, it's one touch and gone. Seemingly looks like she thinks that she has to do something with it quick every time she gets it because there's a tackle waiting.
Pass was intended for Wither there, blocked though by the Liberty defense. It's going to go back to Liberty though on the throw in near sideline.
That's Roberts again. And a bit further up the field, it would seem. As St. Pius grow ever more desperate for that equalizing goal, pushing their better players up towards the goal.
They definitely have to be a little more aggressive just because the normal approach that worked pretty well in the first half hasn't led to many big results in the second half in terms of scoring chances. Even though they've had the ball a decent amount here in Liberty's defensive half, haven't been able to get quality chances at goal. Liberty very patient, just kind of slowly killing off this game.
Some quality football. This all started with the goalkeeper.
A little overhit on that final pass, but like you said, really nice build-up by the Blue Jays.
Done really, really well. All came from the goalkeeper. Long ball first to Ali Schultz, who set her midfield partner away. Next thing was one touch. Suddenly Liberty were almost in. They could almost be in again here. It's Abigail Rupke.
Really good move to set up that cross. Fortunate bounce, oh, but an unfortunate bounce on the shot as the cross fortunately found the feet of one of the Liberty strikers, but then the shot hit off her own teammate and goes out of bounds.
She did really well, Rupke here. Good ball back across. And Anya Lindstrom, she could see the headlines. Unfortunately, she had Haley Pollard, the goal scorer, in her way.
Ball boomed forward by Pius, going to come down near the center circle. So many Liberty defenders back. Even when Pius gets it, they're trying to pass between three players to find Bree Wither. And Liberty also able to move quickly the other way. They get another goal. You think that would be the nail in the coffin. The cross is cut out, but it will be a corner kick for Liberty.
Terrific attack and midfield play again by Ali Schultz. Gets the ball, turns it on a sixpence, puts the ball through for Anya Lindstrom, who plays the ball back across goal, and it can only be put out for a corner. All hands on deck here for St. Pius, as you like to think a goal would probably end St. Pius's hopes here.
Right-footed outswinger towards the back post. Pretty good ball, now top of the box. Still loose. Foul is called against Liberty as they do get a shot, but it was after the foul is called, and that shot went high anyway.
You start to think for St. Pius, are they kind of running out of ideas a little?
It does seem like they've lost a bit of their energy that they had in that first half where they were all over Liberty. This half absorbing more on their defense and not quite as creative on offense.
Just would worry the coach, I'm sure, that they've had all their best players on the field for the majority of the second half and just haven't really been able to capitalize and put Liberty under a hell of a lot of pressure.
We talked about the frustration of that lone forward. We look at Bree Wither as well. She's back in between 4 defenders from Liberty. You know, I'm sure that's some frustration for her as well.
Yeah, she does cut a frustrated figure. Every time the ball comes anywhere near, it seems to be one touch, and she can't get any time to turn, any time to bring any other players into the game because someone from Liberty is right there on her.
It's a good idea there, but cut out by the St. Pius defense yet again. What can they do on the offensive end? That's the question. They need to find that goal if this game's going to continue beyond regulation. Good stuff here by Schultz. She's definitely lived up to the hype. A nice pass back there. Now edge of the area. It's going to stay in play. No, it's not. I thought she was going to corral that for sure, but maybe a bit of tired legs there as well on Liberty's side.
Ali Schultz really controlling this game. The real dynamo in the middle. She goes chasing again.
Oh, Wither taken down. No foul. Roberts able to win possession, able to keep possession there. Good call by the referee. Last touched off Liberty. Yeah, you would think if Pius is going to score, you would think it would have to be some combination of Roberts and Wither involved in it. It's a good idea there, but cut out.
Just trying to thread the eye of a needle there, Bree Wither. Great cushion touch.
Roberts trying to get there. Look at the speed. Referee did call it out. That was very close, though. Very close. And remember, the ball has to go all the way over the sideline.
Yeah, definitely worth another look there because I honestly thought it didn't go out. To be fair to Roberts, she had no right to keep that in.
That was quite
really well.
She's got her hands on her head, catching her breath after that lung-busting run up the left sideline. Pius has to find something here. Not much time left. 12.5 minutes to go. It takes some magic to break down this Liberty defense who hasn't conceded a goal all year. On there again, as Pius gets close to the penalty area, Liberty stands tall.
Could be in a bit of bother here at the back, St. Pius, if Liberty can get this off. Great defensive work, though.
Pius needs more runners forward. Ball to Roberts in the middle. Can she get on the end of it? No, it's cleared out. Good idea to look for Roberts, but surrounded by 2 or 3 defenders trying to fight her way to that ball and unable to get there.
Yeah, she was just hoping for it to fall for her. It's failed kindly for Liberty a few times, hasn't really for St. Pius. And a bit of a shout for a penalty there. Pulling her arm back. You can always tell though by the reaction of the opposing team. Didn't really seem like too many St. Pius players were calling for it.
It's a good ball there into space. Roberts, though, dispossessed. Really good defense on that one by Liberty and earning the foul as well. Get a free kick. That'll kill off another 20 or 30 seconds as they set up to take this.
It's just pure frustration there from Roberts. Ball not really falling for her. Work from Abigail Rupke.
Schultz falls over the ball a little bit, somehow gets it back. Her pass deflects and goes straight to the Pius back line. Time and space here, though, for the Warriors. Unable to make that one player miss, and that could have been on for St. Pius. Now Liberty trying to work through a bunch of dark blue jerseys. Still not great numbers, a 4-on-6 here for the Blue Jays. St. Pius, though, playing it out over the sideline, not taking any chances there.
It was very intelligent play from the number 13 for Liberty, Emma Feely. She could have tried to take the ball on, but there was 2 or 3 defenders ahead of her, so she just stabbed the ball back, allowed more time for more of her teammates to come up into this attacking third. Strength from Roberts.
It's cleared out, but lots of time and space now for Liberty. Roberts back up the field, trying to apply pressure. Very high work rate for her tonight. That's just a bit off target. Pius needs a bounce here. Will they get a lucky bounce? It does fall to Wither. Trying to get out wide, trying to send it into the box. She goes down at the edge of the box, no foul. Might have even been in the box, and Wither gets up gingerly, limping a little bit.
She looked like she didn't really know what to do when she got there.
Didn't really argue too vehemently for a foul, but like there was some contact. Is this long-range shot going to be easily handled by the keeper? Alexa Hofstetter hasn't been tested a ton tonight, but every time the ball's gone her way, she's made the play. It's a good step there by the Pius defender, but Liberty able to win it right back. Now Pius pulled out of their shape a little bit. Still not a lot of numbers there for Liberty. Dispossessed. Offside flag is up, but that's the kind of thing Pius has to take more and more chances like that, just because Liberty gets set up defensively, they're just not able to break him down.
Yeah, she was just a bit too eager making her run. Bree with her in field for today. She has been getting kicked up and down the field. She's trying to make things happen, trying to find space. Just hasn't really went for it today up against a very experienced Liberty side, who, to their credit, have dealt with her very well.
Time really not in the favor of St. Pius right now. 7.5 minutes to go. St. Pius hasn't really threatened this half with any great scoring chances. They'll need to find one here in the next 7 minutes if they're going to keep this game going.
Substitution for the Lady Jays, number 10, Riley Rivera, and then number 21, Hayden Pollard.
So it looks like it may be the end of the game for the goal scorer, Haley Pollard. She's the difference maker between the two teams as it stands.
Avery Garden just came on for Liberty in place of Bradley Rivera. Long range shot. Quite a goal for Liberty.
Just a bit of a rush to the head there, it seemed. Because Briley Rivera, she did have a runner. She decided to take the shot on. Maybe just 6.5 minutes gone. Maybe not the worst idea in the world.
St. Pius surprised they're taking their time here. Time is running short on the Warriors. They try to mount this comeback.
I think it may be more trying to get their breath. Just, it has been a pretty frantic game from the first minute.
Schultz long range shot is blocked. More white jerseys up the field than we're used to seeing for Liberty, but they're dispossessed anyway. Throw in far sideline for St. Pius. Connell, what do you do if you're Coach Todd Ashby and just been frustrated offensively here in the second half? Is there anything to try here to try to unlock this Liberty defense in the last 5 minutes?
It's really to the point where you just kind of got to go for it. Make sure all of your best players are on the field. Try and go full-scale attack. Direct. You've only 5 minutes to go. And a tie or a loss, no good to you. You need to at least put some pressure on. Try and get a goal. Try and get back in the game. Bring us to extra time. It's just with a very experienced Liberty backline. They've proved really stout and really hard to break down. It's hard to see where that inspiration is going to come from St. Pius, but they've got some very technical players, and all it takes is a lucky bounce. They could be back in this game.
You can see if it falls to the foot of Kendra Roberts, maybe she dribbles past the defender. Problem is, Pius hasn't been able to get past that first defender normally to have a chance to really do something special. And Liberty has so many players back defending. You can't get past that first wave. You're going to just be depending on long-range shots. Pius unable to get any real good set-piece opportunities either. As they try to mount this comeback now, closing in on the 4-minute mark. Just looking at the field, it's 4 defenders and 1 dark blue jersey for St. Pius. Really 5 defenders now. It's just lots of numbers back for Liberty, not a lot of numbers forward for St. Pius. And every time the ball gets knocked forward, it's cut out pretty easily by the Blue Jay back line.
Good opportunity here. Maybe knock the ball long.
I mean, that's the break they needed, right? Instead, the free kick quickly cut out. Pius gets it back. Chance there with the long-range shot, but ends up rolling harmlessly, just wide of goal. Yeah, one of the better moments of this half, though, for them offensively.
Bit of a strange decision to take the free kick so quickly. I think that was a real opportunity to try and load the box up with players.
Referee's pausing the game clock here. We may have a head injury or a bloody nose situation. One of the players for Liberty walking off, looks to be holding her face.
Looks like Bree Wither has played her last part today.
Yeah, certainly a frustrating game, getting kind of beaten up physically and not getting a lot of chances with the ball at her feet.
But something she'll learn from, no doubt. Going up against a really good Liberty defense here. They're not going to take it easy on you.
Just trying to get a chance here. Now under 3 minutes to go. Roberts has it. That's who you want to have the ball at her feet. Tapped over the sideline. It'll stay with Pius. Roberts takes it short on the throw. It's going to be another throw for St. Pius. Wouldn't mind someone else taking this so the Chance Roberts can maybe get on the receiving end, and that's what's going to happen. Liberty, though, just too good defensively here tonight, at least so far. Little space, though, this time for Pius. The pass goes right back to the Blue Jays. Now they have some time. Oh, what a nice touch. Good recovery defense, though, by Pius. Foul is given.
She was fouled, to be fair. Another opportunity to knock it long here for Cernich.
Less than 2 minutes to go now. Pius going to bomb it forward. Take another look at this big foul here. Yeah, that was a forearm shiver. Pius going to lob it in here. Can't quite get to the penalty area. Couple good plays there by Vicanti here in the last couple minutes, able to keep possession for St. Pius. Roberts trying to hustle but dispossessed.
There's another one that's taken a couple of bumps and bruises today, Vicanti. Hopeful ball forward there, cut out by the goalkeeper.
Thought Hofstetter may just flop on that and roll around a little bit, but some good sportsmanship as she's keeping play going.
Better than me.
There have been a lot of professional goalkeepers. That's football tackle there in the center circle.
And Ali Schultz, I know we've spoken a lot about her. She's been excellent today. Not even just technical abilities, but just nous and know-how, knowing what to do. Just really killing the game when she's needed to. Provided some technical brilliance when she's needed to. Real star of the show today for Liberty.
No doubt, and it looks like this may be it for St. Pius. Less than 30 seconds left. Liberty in control with the ball. Ball sent across, no one there. It's going to go over the end line, but not much time left. Less than 20 seconds. Pius doesn't have a ball to kick. Really have to hurry. Probably not even enough time now to get it to the other end of the field.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Take a miracle.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
It's not going to happen. Liberty, the champs. They've won this year's Platte County Girls Soccer Invitational. Blue Jays celebrating on the field, the deserved champs. It was a valiant effort by St. Pius X, but at the end of the day, Liberty, the better team with a dominant defense, they win 1-0.
Yeah, Coach Tyler Nash going to be extremely happy with his team. Tremendous performance. Kind of looked like they were a bit under it in the first half. Looked like St. Pius had a bit more talent. But in the end, the experience and the technical ability of Liberty really paid off as they walk away the champions with a lot of lessons being learned by St. Pius, no doubt. Both teams look like they could have a bright future ahead of them this year. But today, Liberty just too strong, too clever, and too good.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up. Liberty wins the tournament 1-0 over St. Pius. And you're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Welcome back. Wrapping things up on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Liberty has won the tournament 1-0 over St. Pius X. Pretty even first half. Liberty, though, just dominant Connell in the second half, and that stifling defense. They never gave St. Pius a real chance to equalize this game. It was a great performance, especially defensively.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we spoke to Coach Tyler Nash yesterday. He told us one big thing that they've been focusing on this year is personal growth. And through these last few games of this tournament, you could tell these girls, that they've obviously played together before. They know each other. But the growth that they've shown, obviously coming out of this as the champions, they can now hold some hardware over their head going into this long season.
That'll do it for us here tonight. Thanks so much to Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School Athletics. And congrats to both these teams. St. Pius, a valiant effort, but at the end, it's the Liberty Blue Jays, the champions of this year's Platte County Girls Soccer Invitational. Haley Pollard is the hero. She gets the game-winning goal in the first half, and Liberty holds on for a 1-0 win over St. Pius. Thanks to Connell. Thanks to our great crew. I'm Dave Orchard saying so long. You've been watching high school soccer here on Spectrum Sports.